So students, today we will study about the carotid sheath and its contents. So carotid sheath is a tubular sheath which extends from the arc of aorta to the base of the skull. At the base of the skull, the carotid sheath is attached around the carotid canal, jugular foramen and hypoglossal canal. This is the attachment of carotid sheath attached around like that. So in the upper part it contains internal carotid artery, internal jugular vein, 9th, 10th and 11th cranial nerve and 12th cranial nerve. 12th cranial nerve, which is also called hypoglossal nerve, it exits through the hypoglossal canal. This is hypoglossal canal, and 9th, 10th and 11th cranial nerve coming out through the jugular foramen. So it is the attachment of the carotid sheath in the base of the skull. Now you can see that this is very small. This is you can also see that the stellate process lies lateral to the carotid sheath, and there is also, you can see here, the stylomostoid foramen through which the facial nerve is coming out. And if you see in anatomical position, the internal carotid artery lies anterior to the internal jugular vein, and all the four cranial nerves lies in between the internal carotid artery and internal jugular vein. In this picture you can see that internal carotid artery is anterior to the internal jugular vein. You are seeing this picture from the side, and all the cranial nerves lies in between the two structures. This is external carotid artery, and we can see one by one. This is this nerve. This nerve is accessory nerve, and at this point you can see that this divides. It divides into the spinal part and cranial part. Cranial part merges with the inferior ganglion of vagus nerve, and this spinal part is coming downwards and inferiorly anterior to the internal jugular vein, and it passes beneath the posterior belly of digastric. Then it crosses the middle part of the sternocleidomastoid, and you have already seen this nerve in the posterior triangle of the neck. So this is vagus nerve. And its two branches. One is it's one branch, that is the pharyngeal branch of vagus nerve, passes in between the external carotid artery and internal carotid artery. You can also see one nerve here, the glossopharyngeal nerve, which coming out from the jugular foramen, and it passes between the external and internal carotid artery. So there are two nerves, glossopharyngeal nerve and the pharyngeal branch of the vagus nerve, passing between the two arteries. You can also see one nerve is coming from behind this nerve. This nerve is hypoglossal nerve, which comes down, and this part is actually the part of carotid triangle, and this part is the part of digastric triangle. So you can see this picture in the carotid triangle also, and this picture you can see in the in the digastric triangle, and this picture in the carotid triangle. So this is the hypoglossal nerve, and it forms the loop around the occipital artery. This is the occipital branch of the external carotid artery. So this is the hypoglossal nerve. So further we can see in detail all these nerves. So in the next picture we can see this is the carotid sheath, and it's contained in the middle part or lower part, not in the upper part. So in the middle part you can see that it contains the internal carotid artery, common carotid artery, vagus nerve and internal jugular vein, and external carotid artery, which is the branch of common carotid artery. Common carotid divided at the level of upper upper border of thyroid cartilage. So you can see here the ansa cervicalis is embedded in the anterior wall of the carotid sheath, and posteriorly we get the sympathetic trunk.